What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trev, and I'm back with another video. I wanted to make this quick video because my clothes are in the dryer. I wanted to go to the gym, but I gotta wait for things to get out of the dryer. So I thought, you know what? Now is the perfect time to tell you guys a story time because football's around the corner. It's starting Saturday, so I just want to make this quick video. I think today is Saturday. I'm losing track of time, but I wanted to make you guys this quick video, the story time video, because I haven't told a story time in about 2 months, and this is more of a continuation kind of story time from the story time I told like 4 months ago when I was a football player. I wanted to talk about it because football's around the corner, college football's around the corner, and I'm excited to watch it. So I wanted to talk about the time where I got into a fight at one of my 7-on-7 football camps because I thought this story was humorous, and I thought it's like relatable to football now because it's starting up again. And if you played football, this is the video for you. So let me rewind the clock for you guys because this video is going to be a little bit of a throwback because, I don't really talk about my personal life. But, I'm going to rewind the clock back to 2014. I was 16 years old. And in my other video, I talked about how I quit football and then I came back to football. Well, this is like a continuation. So I came back to football and I was pretty decent at football. I wasn't going to get, I was being realistic. I wasn't going to get recruited to go play college D1, D2 or anything because I'm kind of short. But, I was pretty decent at football. And two of my cousins, they played football. But I carved out a nice little position for myself. I played special teams. I played receivers. I'm a pretty good runner. So I got some burn in high school. I got some burn. I got some hype. I went to some camps and I was decent. And, I was a solid player. Nothing too crazy, but I was solid. So, I made the varsity team. So this story is about how I went to a 7-on-7 skills camp. And if you don't know what a 7-on-7 skills camp is, it's basically a camp where if you're a skill position, which is a running back, a wide receiver, a quarterback, or even a tight end in some cases, you go to camps to develop your skills in catching, running routes, and a bunch of different things like that. You basically compete against other teams from other schools, and you improve your skills. It's basically a camp. It's in the language there. So I went to a skills camp with a couple of my teammates, and we hopped on the bus to go there, and we traveled there. So basically, this skills camp was in somewhere in New Jersey. I don't remember exactly where because it was like 9-10 years ago. It's been a minute. So we hopped on a bus, and we went with our coach and our assistant coaches to this skills camp. So at this skills camp, there's different schools. So there's schools that are like middle class, like Union. There's schools that are upper class, like Cranford. And there's schools that are more hood, but they have like talent, like Irvington. So we're all in the same kind of county. So we all just go to the skills camp to get better and compete against each other. And it's mad fun. You meet a lot of dope people there. I met a lot of lifelong friends there. But, go to this camp basically to compete and size up your competition. So we go to this camp and they explain the rules of the camp, which is basically we're going to do route running against different schools, and we're going to play to a certain score, and then we're going to switch and alternate and play different teams to get better. Basically, it's like practice games and practice competitions. So at this camp, it's cool. We get food, we eat, we compete, we lift, we talk with our coaches, we run plays, we compare notes, things like that. So it's fun. So at this camp, bro, I shit you not, and excuse my language, but they give us these uniforms, and these uniforms are like tight, like compression, like spandex. Like this stuff is so tight, and they tell us this is what you're gonna wear. You're gonna wear this with your team shorts, and you're gonna wear this helmet. And this helmet looks stupid, bro. It looks like some ancient Greek kind of helmet, and it doesn't protect you in football. And I always wondered to myself, why are we wearing these helmets if we could just wear our regular helmets and compete like a game? But apparently, safety first. And those helmets look stupid, and I don't know how they protect us more, but whatever. That's just what we did back then. So we put those helmets on, and we're ready to play, right? And, it's a good event so far. We're playing different teams. I didn't have like a standout performance because some of these people, they're going D1 and they have really good performances at this camp. But, I was all right. I caught a couple passes. I got a couple things knocked down, but I'm mostly a speed guy. I'm mostly a speed and route running guy. I'm not going to moss you. I'm not going to do anything like that because I'm not tall. I'm more fast and I know my stuff. So, I'm having a decent camp or whatever, and I make like this great catch, bro. I make like this great catch, and it's not because I mossed the dude. It's just because I ran a better route and I crossed him up, right? And it was one of the hood dudes from the hood school. And, bro, he was not having that. He was not having that because one thing about people from the hood, they don't tolerate disrespect. And I respect that, bro. But I got a nice catch on him, and then, everybody in the crowd was like, ooh, ah, just that stuff. And it embarrassed him. So the dude is like, on my set, you never gonna do that again, right? And then, you know, I'm not a hood dude, but I'm not a bitch either. Like, I'm just a regular dude, and I have some pride for myself. So I said, bro, I'll do it again in front of all these people, right? And he's like, all right, bet, run it up again, right? So we line it up. He's corner, I'm receiver, right? And I do a different kind of move, but I do something called a double move, and then I go to the post, right? So I shake him out, and I make the catch along the sideline. So I catch the ball along the sideline, and the dude pulls me by my horse collar, right? And in football, you know, you guys don't really know this, but you can't tackle someone by their horse collar. You got to tackle them by the waist, and you got to wrap up and bring them to the ground and things like that. So he did that, right? And I was mad. So I got up in his face, he got in my face, and bro, like, jabs me, and I jab him back, right? And then I'm like, bro, we really about to throw his hands right here. And my teammates, they run over, and then their teammates run over, and they break up the fight, and they get into little fights themselves. And like, I'm like, yo, we really scrapping over some football. So, and back then, that's just how it was. We didn't go to TikTok or anything. We just squabbled, and we just did things. So we do that, and then the dude says, all right, bro, bet, I'll see you at the game. We gonna blow this shit up. We gonna shoot this bus up. And I'm like, hey, yo, we really about to, what, over football? So we do that. No, we don't do that. We play another team. We switch to play another team, one of the less hood schools, and we beat them or whatever. It's time to go, basically. So we eat, and then my coach kind of rushes us to go, right? So the people who were beefing with me earlier, they kind of come up to me, like, kind of trying to impress me. But, you know, I held my own. My teammates were with me, and we weren't afraid, right? So they're like, nah, we were just checking to see if you guys were about that life. You know, it's not that deep. It's football, right? But it's just wild because all the camps like this and fights like this happen all the time in football camps. So if you see that in the news, that's why. Because it's just, when you're young, your testosterone's up and all that other stuff. But, you know, it's no deep. It's just a game. It's nothing deep. So we hop back on the bus, and we go home, and then, like, my coach, he's mad at me because, you know, I'm not like a starter or whatever, but I started like a fight and everybody was talking about it, right? So he was mad. He didn't talk to me or nothing. But the assistant coach, he was like, well, at least we know Trevor ain't no bitch. And then everybody's like laughing, and, you know, we just had a good time. But I just want to tell you guys that story time because I thought it was funny because football's around the corner in this story. It just made sense. And my clothes are getting washed. So I said, why not? Why don't I tell you guys a story from my life? But anyway, that's the video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little story from my life. And y'all have a good one. You know, if you're a football player, you know, enjoy the moments like that because you can only play football for so long unless you go to the next level. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I'm out.